Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, I know you guys have been wondering, why do I have this? Well, see, guys, this is going to be the future for my review shows. Do you want to know why? Because this is going to be created by yours truly. And this is going to be, which I know Revolution Wrestling won't let me do it, but I thought I'd do it for myself, for my YouTube channel. But this will be the Revolution Wrestling's Reviewers Heavyweight Championship. And real quick before we start the show today, guys, we're going to review an incredible show last weekend, which this weekend we have the 2016 Apocalypse coming up. And plus, towards the ending of the show, I have a very message for you, Spraggan. So real quick before we start the Snap or Tap review show, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Michael Miner. I want to give out quick shout-outs real quick. Andre Corbeil, happy birthday, good sir. You've been a great friend to me. I've respected you ever since you were in the hospital with dealing with the stuff you were dealing with. So happy big birthday to you. Don't get too drunk. Don't get too drunk there, Andre Corbeil, but you have yourself a good birthday. And also big shouts to General Jerry on the 1 millionth view video special that they're doing right now. Guys, go check out General Jerry, a great, awesome YouTuber. He's got some really good YouTubers on there. Will Sports Entertainment, Bringer of Reign 13, WJ, a lot of good other good guys on there. Go check them out on YouTube. General Jerry, big ups to you. Congratulations on the 100th view, 1 million views on YouTube. So I possibly might catch up some there someday in the near future, as I'm in the 26,000 mark. I know a lot of you guys are going to say, oh, you bought. No, I didn't buy anything. Because you know why I got viewerships is because thanks to the people that were part of my show, they gave me the views. Not myself. Not myself. You, the fans, and the YouTubers gave me the views. I didn't give myself the views. They gave me the views because they came on my show and respected the show and that kind of stuff. And also big shout-outs to Joe Cronin Show, a really great YouTuber. So, guys, let's go ahead and get into Snap or Tap, the review show for April 29th, 2016, which this was for April 25th, but I was busy doing other things. So we're going to go ahead and start off with a couple pre-show matches. We were supposed to have Kurt Alexander versus Truson for the Revolution Wrestling Unbreakable Championship. I think Truson had some thing going on, so he could not attend. So good old Mr. Jimmy Jack Daniels decided to put a match and say, you know what, here's your opponent. And then here comes out the former owner, Mike Houston. I think he's also doing commentary now. Him and the commentary team are doing a great job with that. Was Kurt Alexander versus Mike Houston. Great back and forth pace match. Was a lot of great action with that match. These two superstars respected each other. Towards the end of the match, Kurt Alexander rolled up Mike Houston with the 1, 2, 3, and your winner of that match is Kurt Alexander. Could Kurt Alexander use that kind of move at Apocalypse tonight or tomorrow? Because as of tomorrow, if Truson does not get into the ring and defend his Unbreakable Championship, he will be stripped of the title and it will be given to Kurt Alexander. So that's pretty cool too on that end. So then we had another pre-show match. It was a battle royal for a number 1 contendership to face Kia later in the night for the Revolution Wrestling American Championship. I have to say, a really great match. A lot of great stuff in that match. Was great and it was an awesome match. Congratulations to the Freak. As you guys know, him and I have had a feud together in Revolution Wrestling when he gave the famous "fuck you" Minor when he won the Hardcore Championship from Jimmy Jack Daniels. And that's when, we had somewhat of a feud going on back and forth between us two. But I have to say congratulations to the Freak, which will go on later on in the night to face off against Kia. As you know, Kia was at ringside to sit and watch who's going to be facing Kia for the title. We had old man Jim Spraggan at commentary. He doesn't even know how to do commentary. Good thing they cut the mic off of him. So then we get into the main cards. Our first match, thank you to the one viewer. Our very first match was a tag team match as D-Row and Chris Kennedy from the Garbage Salvation took on the Daniels clan of Bobo. Am I correct? Bobo or Junior, one of the two. I sometimes get them wrong. And then a special new addition to the Daniels clan. A lot of Daniels clan members are joining in with the Daniels boys. Great back tag team action. A lot of great spots here and there in the match. But the winners of your match was D-Row and Chris Kennedy, with Chris Kennedy coming off the top rope like a donut and splashed onto one of the newcomers of the Daniels boys, which Aunt Jenny will let me know who that is. But congratulations to D-Row and Chris Kennedy after the match. This was stupid. After the match, Jim Spraggan decided to come out and say, "Oh, I want a match at Apocalypse. It's going to be at Apocalypse. It will be the Salvation Gauntlet match for the Revolution World Title. Brian Phoenix will defend his belt against 3 members of Salvation. Three. That's all you have? Spraggan, is that all you have is 3? You're just, oh, we have your old self, your old raggedy ass in there, so we'll try it halfway, put you in there. Yeah, you're just halfway in there because you're just too old to be wrestling, too old to be in the ring. Maybe you could maybe take some, neck, what do we call those, NyQuil or nicotine patches for yourself there. Maybe put another one on this arm. Maybe quit smoking. You smoke like a chimney every time you get into the ring. Man, I'm surprised I didn't get it. Well, I got in the ring with you at last year's Fan Fest, which I'm still not going to be done with you. But there's a stipulation, which we will talk about that later on in the show, for yours truly and the old man Jim Spraggan, which I love my side, but I don't like his side. So then we get into a second match, Revolution Wrestling Hardcore Championship, and it was contested inside I Quit. It was an I Quit match for the Revolution Wrestling Hardcore Championship. It was Piercing Boy, Daryl Omerta, or Murte, or Schmada, or whatever the hell his stupid, looks like a freaking tattoo looking idiot, that which he doesn't deserve the Revolution Wrestling Hardcore Championship, which I could just take that championship away from him and just beat the shit out of him. I mean, I could use chairs, I could use kendos, but I'm not a Revolution Wrestling wrestler, so I'm not allowed to be part of anything, to get involved, which I did get involved in, which, ladies and gentlemen, as you know, I'm the Shocker and your Fan of the Year award winner, thanks to Nikki Novocaine with the Shocker of the Year giving it to me. So yeah, it was Daryl Omerta defending his Revolution Wrestling Hardcore Championship against my boy Sean Mitchell. Back in last year, I had so much beef with the guy I was part of Salvation. Oh my God, thank God I got out of there, becoming the Salvation #1 fan. Oh, thank God. Whoever won their match last year, thank you so much for saving me from them idiots, which they're just garbage. Revolution Wrestling. Like, really? You guys, just Salvation sucks, okay? Daryl Omerta versus Sean Mitchell. Great hardcore championship match. I thought, to me, Sean Mitchell was going to have the win, but Daryl Omerta had Sean Mitchell on the rope, and somehow he said, "I quit." So your winner of that match, and still the Revolution Wrestling Hardcore Champion. Sorry, here, let me. Our hardcore champion is Daryl Omerta, or we should call him the Piercing Tattoo Boy, which he pretty much is with Spraggan, which he sucks with Spraggan. I bet the woman two have sex in the back. Oh, PG. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. My show is supposed to be PG. Sorry, my show has to be PG. To Mr. Jimmy Jack Daniels. PG era, PG show. So I'll give you a PG show. Kind of boss. Sorry. Ooh, that came out of my stomach here. Then we had a third match. It was a submission match between Kyle Cash and Adam Ward. Kyle Cash and Adam Ward, great feud. I wish this could continue into Apocalypse. Maybe you guys can have a street fight match. Keep this feud between Kyle Cash and Adam Ward. I think these two are really great at wrestling against each other in a match. So Kyle Cash versus Adam Ward. Great back and forth submission match. But your winner of that match was Kyle Cash with a, let me think. I think he did the ankle lock. That he was a big fan of Kurt Angle, so he put the ankle lock on Adam Ward and he tapped out. So your winner of that match was Kyle Cash. Congratulations to Kyle Cash. Then our third match was for the Revolution Wrestling American Heavyweight Championship. It was Kia defending his belt against the winner from the Battle Royal, the Freak. Those two had an amazing match, back and forth pace match. Great match between the two. Then all of a sudden, after your winner of that match was Kia. Then after the match, as the Freak was leaving, all of a sudden here comes in Spraggan and his Goonie Bears, his so-called sidekicks, to come in the ring and just beat the heck out of Kia for a while. Then in comes the Freak to help him out. So I think Kia and the Freak might be one time be a tag team champions coming into 2016. We'll real quick go back to the hardcore title match. After the hardcore title match, Dale Omerta, really, you put a hand on a woman, Nikki Novocaine. He decided to beat up Nikki Novocaine, which I hope Nikki Novocaine takes that Revolution Wrestling Hardcore Championship off your shoulder and just get that away from you, because you don't deserve the Hardcore Championship. You look like an idiot with that title. Then we get into a main event of the evening, a triple threat match, which pretty much you can call is a 2-on-1 handicap match. It was for the Revolution Wrestling World Heavyweight Championship, as Brian Phoenix defended his Revolution Wrestling World Heavyweight title against the Super Beard Bros, the Revolution Wrestling Tag Team Champions. Started off a really good back and forth. The Super Beard Bros were attacking Brian Phoenix. Then all of a sudden, the two Super Beard Bros were going at it to fight and all this kind of stuff, which was amazing, which those two should have fought, kept going and fought each other, maybe throw each other outside the ring. But yeah, great match, great main event of the evening. But your winner of that match is Brian Phoenix. Congratulations to Brian Phoenix to retain the Revolution Wrestling World Heavyweight Championship. Then all of a sudden, here comes Spraggan and his his idiots. Spraggan and the Salvation. Spraggan looks at Brian Phoenix. Well, pretty much Jim Spraggan was at ringside for commentary. He grabbed the belt, threw it at Brian Phoenix, and he said, tomorrow night, you're going to lose that belt, which he is not going to lose that championship because it's going to be three of Spraggan's idiots versus my boy Brian Phoenix with the beautiful Nikki Novocaine at ringside. So, guys, I want to talk about something real quick before we leave. Great show, 10 out of 10 like always. A lot of Revolution Wrestling gives out really great shows. The shows were outside. They've been trying to get to be outside, but due to this weather down there, they don't know if they're going to be having the show outside. But we come to find out that they will have the show inside for Revolution Wrestling's Apocalypse, which they will have it out inside. The building, I think the building wasn't in code for the show. Was not much of a in code kind of deal because a lot of people were cramped up in there during the show and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, it's going to be a really great Revolution Wrestling's Apocalypse. But now we're going to get into a special message. Jim Spraggan. I don't know if you'll be watching towards the end of the show. I don't know if you'll be able to watch it because that just depends on how old you are and how crippled you are that you can't watch my show. Because pretty much you can watch it on the Revolution Wrestling Facebook page. Jim Spraggan, you decided to put a stipulation into the match. The stipulation, ladies and gentlemen, you want to know that Spraggan has put on me, in which I made a deal with the devil, which I'm going to win against the devil. The match between Brian Phoenix and three members of Salvation. If Jim Spraggan wins the match, you guys will be seeing Jim Spraggan on this show. You guys will be seeing Jim Spraggan appear on the Revolution Wrestling's Apocalypse review show. You'll be seeing his face on here. Which I know I don't want him on here, but you know, Spraggan, you're going to lose. Jim Spraggan, you're going to lose so bad that you're going to retire. Brian Phoenix is going to retire your ass at Apocalypse tomorrow night. Jim Spraggan, you thought back in the past last year at Revolution Wrestling's Fan Fest, you thought that I've done with you. You think that I'm done with you. I'm not done with you by a long shot, Jim Spraggan. You can go around thinking that you're all big and bad, but let me tell you something, Spraggan. You got away with murder at Fan Fest. But if I ever get the opportunity or the chance to come back to Revolution Wrestling's Fan Fest again, this time I'm going to make sure that I beat your ass in the middle of that ring. Bring your goons. Go ahead, bring your goons, because once it's all said and done, I'm going to have a chair with me. I'm going to have it in hand, and I'm going to make sure that I crack both of your three stupid idiot goons' heads in. You see, Jim Spraggan, you talk the talk, you can walk the walk. But let me tell you something, Jim Spraggan. I'm not done with you by a long shot. Jim Spraggan, I'm not done with you by a long, long shot. You see, Jim Spraggan, you think that you're going to win this match tomorrow night. Which the stipulation for you is good for me, because if I win, now, ladies and gentlemen, you get to hear what I have to say. If I win, and if Brian Phoenix successfully wins the championship, you don't have to make a video, Spraggan. You don't have to make a video. All you got to do is grab a microphone in your hand and you tell these fans, you tell those fans, my fans, that I'm the best thing going on YouTube. That's all you're going to have to do, Jim Spraggan. You're going to tell everybody in the world how better I am. So, Jim Spraggan, I'm going to enjoy my night tomorrow. I'm going to enjoy my day tomorrow to see you gone from Revolution Wrestling, to see your ass retire, which is going to make me very, very happy. I bet you Brian Phoenix is right now thinking, I'm going to do this for Michael. I'm going to do this for Miner. I'm going to do this for him. Because he does. See, Jim Spraggan, your group is falling. You lost the Freak. You lost Nikki Novocaine. Hell, you might lose D-Row. Hell, you might lose Chris Kennedy. And hell, you might lose Daryl Omerta. Because when it's all said and done, Jim Spraggan, you're going to hear the words from my mouth, which is going to be so sweet. And you want to know that song? Na 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 na, na 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 na, hey, goodbye Spraggan. Na 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 na, na 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 na, hey, goodbye Spraggan. You're gonna be gone, Jim Spraggan. You're gonna be gone from Reveling. And I'm going to enjoy every single minute of it, Spraggan. I'm going to enjoy watching you walk away from Revolution Wrestling for good. My heart is going to be filled with joy. Jim Spraggan, you're going to go bye-bye. You're going to be gone from Revolution Wrestling. You said it in your mouth that you're going to retire from Revolution Wrestling. As the saying goes, I laugh louder than you, Jim Spraggan. You're going to be gone from Revolution Wrestling, and I'm going to enjoy it. You're going to watch your puppy dogs of D-Row, Chris Kennedy, and Daryl Omerta, the hardcore champion, look at their boss and say, my daddy left us. He left us. Jim Spraggan is gone. What will we do without our savior? You're going to do nothing, Daryl Omerta. You're going to do nothing, D-Row or Chris Kennedy. It's going to be goodbye. Jim Spraggan, I'm going to enjoy your goodbyes. And I'm going to enjoy my words. I'm going to enjoy my video. I'm going to sit back and I'm going to share it. I'm going to replay it over and over and over to show you. I love your stipulation for me, Jim Spraggan. If I win, you have to say that I'm the best, that I'm better. I can't wait, Jim Spraggan, to hear those words coming out of your mouth. Jim Spraggan, just get ready. Because once it's all said and done, if I were there, I would enjoy myself. I would enjoy it. Watching you walk out of that ring, pretty much that, or maybe Brian Phoenix could have, pretty much I had imagined me there, Brian Phoenix holding your arm, so as Nikki Novocaine and I take that nice, beautiful kendo stick and hit you on that head so badly you'd be going into the retirement home where you belong. Jim Spraggan, you thought last year was my worst. Well, 2016 is going to be the best thing that's ever happened to me, because I'm going to make sure you're gone. Bye-bye. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, I got to get out of here. I got to get sodas ready. I got to get chips ready for a celebration for myself. I mean, it's going to be a momentous occasion. But don't forget, guys, this right here, which is pretty much blank. You're all just going to say, oh, it's blank right now. But when it's all said and done, this is going to be called the Revolution Wrestling Reviewers Heavyweight Championship. And I'm going to enjoy it. So, Jim Spraggan, I hope to see you. Goodbye. Oh, I'm going to laugh my ass off when I see you gone, Jim Spraggan. You're going bye-bye. You're going to retire from Revolution Wrestling. You're done. You're finished. Salvation ends tomorrow night. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to leave. And I said leave. Big shout-outs to General Jerry and his show. Go check out the 1 million view show. Go check out that show. A really great, amazing show. Also, go and say happy birthday to Andre Corbeil and Jim Spraggan. It's just gonna be bittersweet to see you go by. I mean, let's find the very last picture you'll ever see of Jim Spraggan, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see if we can find one. It's bittersweet on here. Let me see here. You go to good old Revolution Wrestling on their fan page. There's our fan page, guys. Go like their fan page. Really great, awesome people at Revolution Wrestling. Next show that's coming up is Apocalypse. I need to find a picture of this idiot Jim Spraggan. Oh, right here. Look, guys. Look. It's the last picture video you'll ever see a Spraggan page on.
Now, at Apocalypse, let's talk about what's important. You have to run the Salvation Gauntlet. Idiots that don't know what the gauntlet is. He has to face all Salvation in one match, one after another. He's not a wrestling god. He's a god. He's a man, just like the rest of us. All he can do is maybe beat one. Really highly unlikely he's going to beat two. And he has no chance in hell to beat all three. So, when it comes to Apocalypse, you need to know one thing, boy. And all you booger-eating morons need to know something. Salvation will be ready. Your title against my career. Salvation versus the world.
That's all I see, Jim. Jim Sprague, when I look at that ugly face of yours, all I'm going to see is your face on a tombstone. It says salvation is dead. So, Jim Sprague, down.